This is Malachi Flynn with the back cut, and then Miller just unleashes on the back.
Pass broken up, still. Miller wins it back, has Ingram in the corner. Miller draws contact, gets the bucket, and one.
At least he gets to go home with a sweet treat in his face. Isaiah!
Including after Flynn got the turnover. The putback flush from Miller. Went for 34 on Sunday. Shot denied by Mensah at the glass. Miller!
And Austin just piecing it all together.
Big swing by the Spurs. Rowe can't put it up. 905 rotating well. Contested three by Miller. Good right at the
foul game. Some amazing one night.
Scoop pass. Miller elevates for the slam. Oh my goodness, Miller! The answer here is Miller. Isaiah Miller.
Just rich.
But he's better than everybody else.
That was being rich. Bruce Wayne's just got cake. Bag gets it back. Rhodes.
Wow. And we talked about the transition. How about that?
This is where these Spurs struggled early on, getting late into the offense, but Miller bails them out, makes the three.
True legend. True legend.
Ingram's going to have a little bit of a height advantage potentially. Miller, with Walker sagging off him, knocks down the jumper. They lost sight of Minix. Get up as Bouye comes up empty. And he read that passing lane, stepped in front of McClung, and Bouye with a boom all the way. No one was there to clean it up and grab the defensive rebound. Multiple bodies on the deck. Minix slithers through Sloss and jumpstart this crowd. At least he gets to go home with a sweet treat in his face. Isaiah Miller. Minix as Queen sidestep off the back heel, no, rolls around, scooped up by Minix. They've got numbers again. And Miller open up a cold one. It's Miller. Shot clock inbounded to Trevel and Queen. Didn't fully grasp it. And Miller showing off the speed, bolting to the other. Are costly if you give them away. Minix off the feed. High arcer is nothing but cash. Bouye blows past Slauson. No, ball's loose. Picked up by Miller with 6, and he's fouled with 5.9 to take advantage. And he hits the first of 2. Makes both.
Averages over 20 points a game. He has 3 personal fouls. At the other end, ball lost by the Vipers, and Bouye will put it up and in. At the other end, looks like he was fouled. Comes Austin. They'll put a 3-pointer up, no good. Rebounded though. And that is up and good for Austin. Big man falls. Transition, here come the Vipers, trying an alley-oop. First. Ball over to Miller. Miller has it, puts it up, and it's good. 3-pointer. Those things will change. We'll talk about that if we need to. Shot from the corner off the mark. And rebounded by the Spurs. And his shot is up and in that time. 121-107. All that's left is to figure out what the final score is going to be. That's going to be put up and in by Miller.
Unable to find his second triple. follow-up slam from Isaiah Miller. 8 points this is. They'll talk things over. Or has it been challenged?
As Austin has really been bringing in the pressure at midcourt.
Duke finds cutting into the lane. An assist for David Duke Jr. A bucket for Isaiah Miller. A whistle lost. A little help from the screen of Mensah. A bounce pass in. Give the assist to Jameer Nelson Jr. Isaiah Miller. 9 to shoot for Wheeler. Can't get past Minix. Nelson with the steal the other way. It's Isaiah Miller with the last 4 points for all. Changes course, kicks it out, turns it over. This is Miller. Isaiah Miller takes it to the rim. Duke maintains his dribble behind the back. Miller feeding down the lane. Mensah with the flush. In this one, Rose driving early, has the ball swatted away. Minix able to save it. Into Isaiah Miller. 2-on-2. Miller will take it to the glass. It's the Spurs who strike first.
So Austin should use that to your advantage.
Duke had a double-double the other night, 13 and 10. Minix! Well, they dropped it through.
Turned over 3 times in the last couple minutes, so we'll see if they can clean it up here on their last possession.
Jones already double digits off the bench. Went for 34 on Sunday. Shot denied by Mensah at the glass. Miller! Oh! Miller somehow maintains the pivot. Boy, does he ever. With 5 minutes to go in the ballgame. Bouye, bounce pass, reverse goes for Miller. Of course it does. Spurs. Reed. Denied by Duke. And now the Spurs can win it. And who else? Miller sends the fans home happy. Isaiah Miller with the winner in the walk-off.
Warriors in the blender. Good defense out front by Miller. Takes it away from Crutcher and has a two-handed slam.
Did I say that you got to get the ball stopped in transition? Basketball games, it's amazing. One night to
Brooks Jr. led this Pac-12 in scoring a year ago. To a good start scoring in the G League as well. Isaiah Miller straight away knocks that down, and that is a good sign for Austin. Awesome to see G Leaguers do good on and off the floor. Crutcher inside, had that pinned. Miller got a piece of the layup, and he's off and running. Duke made the extra pass. Ingram's three is true. Timeout squadron. The Spurs back in front. Played 4 seasons in NAIA basketball at Southeastern before getting to Morehead States. Bursting onto the scene. Miller, look out! A two-handed throwdown in transition.
and here comes Miller. We talked about him before the game and about being
added 4 assists as well. Drafted by the Pelicans 2 years ago. Miller. You don't get to measure on the first one and try again. Miller into the lane. Beats the big man. Minix, 3-on-1. Let's learn about ratios. Isaiah Miller.
Well, it's teacher appreciation night, and the ratio works out well there for Austin. You find the most athletic guy on the court with the dunk.
Miller able to strip that one away. Isaiah Minix, elementary. Led by Matkovic's 20. All 5 Spurs starters, 10 or more points, including Miller. He'll chime in with 3 more for Isaiah. That's his first night. He's got 15 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals, filling up the box score. And now the turnover. Flynn off the glass, follow-up slam by Miller, including after Flynn got the turnover. Well, put-back flush from Miller, leading us into that.
And finished above the rim.
Harrison Ingram's the first Spur with a double-double, and there is Mr. Ingram right on cue. His second steal. Miller, follow-up dunk from again. You may have noticed Malachi Flynn has entered the ball game for Austin. His second straight appearance here in front of the home crowd in his first year with the Spurs. Sidi Sissoko. Sidi off the bench, providing some offense on assignment tonight. Here comes Ingram. Lob to Miller with the finish.
After calling that timeout with 7:10 left to play in the first, played him even 12-12.
As Miller almost with the strip, and he does come away with the turnover. Running was Sissoko. Ceedi with another slam. Walker weaving. Will lose the handle. Austin the other way. A breakaway. Isaiah Miller this time with a high percentage shot. Firing it. They're hoping to improve to 7-2 before they hit the road for their final 3 games. Sissoko does it again. On Miller. Still 13 to shoot. And a nifty finish by Isaiah Miller. 1 of 1. Still 5 to shoot. We'll answer that in the 4th quarter. The answer here is Miller. Isaiah Miller.
Bouye has stagger screens as Isaiah Miller is also in the game. And a lob up to Isaiah Miller. He slams it home. Now he shifts gears across the timeline. Isaiah Miller into the paint. Gets the touch on the floater.
And that'll force a timeout by the Huck. You could maybe credit his steals philosophically, as they did a great job pressuring the ball. Here's a drive middle by Isaiah Miller as we start the 2nd quarter action. Malachi Flynn connects from deep. It's able to hold on.
Bouye loves that under the hand scoop pass.
Miller elevates for the slam.
Oh my goodness, Miller!
Their 2-way players are. Baycott with a hook to start off the first possession of the 4th quarter. Couldn't get it to go, and now Duke the other way. And another dunk there for Isaiah Miller.
Isaiah Miller might be the shortest one on the court, but you give him a lane, and boy, he's going to throw it down with authority.
Trying to size up against Mensah. Mensah holds his ground. Woodard stripped away by Miller. Miller just has one man to beat and dunks it home.
And he is just so fast off the first step.
Mensah screen pick from the switch by Pereira. Miller, guarded by Woodard. Bouye with 5 seconds to shoot, jacks up 3. Nothing but net. Wow, Mari Bouye century mark, and they've been there for a moment trying to build on what was once a 23-point advantage. Now cut to 14. Miller pushes off, no whistle, gets the bucket off the window. Game-winning bucket most likely scored here is Flynn, in no hurry to get a shot off. Miller is though. He hits the 3.
So 16 field goal attempts. They've only made 4 of them to the 7 field goal attempts for the.
So this would play into the Spurs, hands, but Memphis doing a great job of attacking the paint so far.
6 tied.
There we go.
Biggest lead of the contest thus far is that England. Tyler Denning, Alex Embry. This still the part of the tip-off tournament portion of the G League season. If you're just watching, so with their first-year head coach Scott King playing some good ball, turning teams over. Miller, that one swatted.
Once again, down the lane goes Hinton, just misses it. Dante can't get the rebound, and in transition, here comes Isaiah Miller, who's in the game, gets the basket, sends it down the cylinder. One game this season, I believe he hit 3 3-pointers. At the other end, though, down the cylinder goes Isaiah Miller. A little bit of a Texas background. Miller has it, and it is altered by Dante, but then put up and in. Nelson with the rebound. Actually, Miller with the rebound. Miller will drive, puts up the shot. Nice job on that pull-up jumper. There's Mensah, gets the inbound pass. Spurs coming up the court. And that is in with a foul.
It's his 3rd. They're looking like they're settling into their game.
5-0 here in the early going. And another turnover. Here comes Miller. He'll lay it in, and the foul. This will be on 16, Logan Johnson.
Spurs showing active hands, jumping past.
Matches the biggest lead of the game, 3-pointer. Good for Miller.
That monkey off his back in the closing part of the game.
Yeah, that was huge. Here's a drive in. That's big for Miller. Sorry about that.
I wasn't going to say it, Don.
30 seconds left in the quarter. Baseline jumper, good. Drained by Miller.
And you hear Coach Woods calling that entire play out. Tell him, hey, you come up, go for it.
3-pointer at the buzzer is good by Jameer Nelson Jr.
For Greensboro, Marcus Garrett to the cup. Harrison Ingram
The rookie, the good defensive.
I think their pressure took them out of their offense.
Miller to the rim. You heard him say it.
Tween cross, Euro,
is on number 1, MJ Walker Jr.
Johnson slipped. Miller leading the break, 3-on-1. Back to Miller. Rocks the rim on the toss on the fast break. What hops for the 6-foot goal. Takes a seat right on the ground.
Shoot that one. Got to get out there, Perry. Credit to Austin and make it to see both these teams are competing very, very hard.
Miller sprints after collecting the rebound. Minix, corner. Miller set it up.
Plays a lot wider, and this is going to be a turnover. Miscommunication. Miller all the way to the rim. Left iron. Ingram the board. Miller the push. Miller into the key. Crawford is there. The and one for Miller. Aggressive defense from Levin. Looks at a three. Miller decides to go the other way. Spinning dribble into the lane. Reverse layup is in. Sissoko leading. Duke can't put it through. And Miller fighting. Jones is there. And Miller seeking a foul. Tyler, excuse me. Have himself a solid game. Minix three from the corner. And it rattles in. 107-104.
Robinson at the elbow, gets to Colby Jones, back to Robinson, tough pass, it's turned over. Here's Isaiah Miller, and the dunk by Rose. Good patience, and Colby turns it over. Sissoko again getting downhill. What a way to navigate it, all the way to the... Isaiah Miller pushing the pace. The kick out to Ingram. He puts it on the floor. Floater, good. Jones, jumper off the mark. Isaiah Miller loves pushing it. Oh, and how about the jam? Too easy for CD's.
Hand in the face, nice job by Harrison Ingram. Not fouling, but still pestering the D there. And an easy response on the other end. 1-on-3, not a good ratio. They'll wait for support. Now Miller takes it. The only Spur to touch it that trip down. Big screen from Diallo. And a nice finish from Miller. We'll drop it down to Miller. Miller somehow shortest man in the area, gets that rebound and goes up over the towering big man for Iowa. Pass broken up, still collected. Road fires with confidence and gives a look back to that Iowa bench. Miller lobs. Sissoko with the highlight finish. It looked good. Goes down for 3 points for Walter Ellis.
And Ingram got a ball on that one. Not enough.
Road from the corner.
Big swing by the Spurs. Road can't put it up. 9:05 rotating well. Contested three by Miller. Good right at the buzzer. The battle guarding him. Now Miller inside. Ingram for three. And it's a rebound that's tipped around. Huge jam. Flint, Johnson's inside. Huge jam. Isaiah Miller. My goodness. Isaiah Miller.
This is Malachi Flynn with the back cut, and then Miller just unleashes on the back.
The Spurs got to put it up in a moment here. Three to shoot. Rose in the corner, and a heave at the end of the shot clock. Banks in. Osayu Sifo hands off to Rode. Nice bounce pass inside to Miller, who dunks again. Arkin 5 tries today. Kaminsky turns it over. A slip there from Chandler, and a big flush by Isaiah Miller. 14-point game, 7:51 to go in the third quarter. Had a ton of fouls in the third quarter specifically. Miller back into the game, and the Spurs back on top. Shamshay, second chance though for the Spurs. Shot clock didn't reset. Miller, and one. Looking over the top for Kaminsky, and Miller saw it all the way. Miller takes a bump, puts it up, and somehow puts
into the basket.
Shamshe with 12 now, one more than he had yesterday in the win. Miller inside, and he decided to lay it in. We've seen him throw it down pretty hard these last 2 days. I'm surprised he didn't do it again. Lawson the other way, missed the layup.
His athleticism is off the charts. I thought he was going to dunk that.
Inside again to Miller, and he scores over Shamshe.
Continue to make extra passes to find Leonard and knock down that easy three.
Inside the paint goes Isaiah.
And nothing but a strong move there by 0-0 inside the lane.
Oh, there goes Diallo.
Boy,
that's one way to make your first bucket. And Austin just piecing it all together. Miller with the crafty ball movement all the way through, left his defender on the follow.
Clearly from a good family.
Yeah, if his first name's Harris.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might be named after you.
He should.
How about that off-balance make from Miller?
Miller beats one defender, beats them both. Nice, back at the end of 2024, looking to take the series over.
Yeah, that's big for Miller, and the Spurs really starting to find their stroke.
Miller, foot race, and the finish. 6-11 in the post. 4 players in double digits for the Blue. Miller with Hamilton trailing. Hamilton still commits the foul. Tried to peel off a little too late at the bucket.
Yeah, what a great third quarter Miller's having. A couple.
So no longer stuck on a 15-15 score line. RGV inches back ahead. Tried to add to it here, and that was blocked by the forearm. Transition opportunity, the bucket for Miller. That's going up to get the rebound. Dacian Nix stripped right back. Miller waiting for teammates. Sissoko cleared for takeoff.
Scoring per game as a team.
Ingram being pestered there. There's a Gator roll. Isaiah Miller with the dunk. Isaiah Miller, we may see it again, has some of the most explosive hops in the G League. It's deceptive, but it's on display. Isaiah Miller with the last 4 points for Austin has given a wide open Ingram buries it. Quick release for Miller. Miller wins it back, has Ingram in the corner. Miller draws contact, gets the bucket and one. Flynn probably could have taken it to the rim. Instead, he'll pick up the assist. Miller, his first three-pointer of the night.
Don't have the height advantage necessarily among traffic.
Noel denied. That one blocked by the bottom of the wrist of Miller. Flynn, again, probably also could have finished at the rim. Will lead to another triple for Austin. It does. Each time, Austin forgoes a two. In December, after what was the Winter Showcase, which used to count as part of the regular season. Count the bucket. Everything going Miller's way.
Duke inside, bothered by McVeigh. Here goes Allen, stolen by Miller. He's got Duke ahead, and David's going to finish.
As we see here, David Duke here coming out of the break. He's going to finish this every time, as he loves to do. Spurs up 59-31 with 3:50.
Ingram to Miller. Isaiah goes in a hurry, attacks in the lane, little floater.
Good attack. Isaiah Miller again, always in the fast break, always looking to throw.
Spurs in a hurry, 3 seconds. Miller trying to beat the clock. He does!
Like a blow.
Look no further than tonight. Jones and Christie, 2 guys that played last night in LA. 3 minutes, but having to travel to Austin is Miller with the great finish, flying through the lane on the break. Spurs able to just get exactly where they want. This is where the Spurs struggled early on, getting late into the offense, but Miller bails them out, makes the three. Just rich.
But he's better than everybody else.
Being rich, Bruce Wayne's just got cake.
That's a great take. I mean, that's Talk about great
That
takes.
is a great
Talk
finish
about great
on
takes.
the run. Bouye. His whole bag gets it back from Rhodes. Wow.
And we talked about the transition. How about that?
It is superhero night. Cedar Park at the HEB Center. That's why we've been in superhero time. Superpower.
Now the Clippers can hold for the final shot. Austin will not make it easy to get the ball up the floor. Turnover for the Clippers. Bouye can hold for the final look. Shares the wealth to Rode. Nails it for the punctuation here in the opening frame. Threading the needle. Miller was stuck too low under the basket. Step back Flynn. Still can't find his fourth. Ingram with the right-handed rebound. Miller loses two defenders. On the opposite end, Spurs had a little more success.
Right now, Bryant trying to do everything for San Diego, and Miller comes back on the other end. Again, Keyshawn Bryant right now leading the way.
16 points for the Clippers from KB. And one on the horizon for Isaiah. So, as much as you know where a teammate is about to be, make sure you see him before you pass him the ball. It's a moot point here. Malachi Flynn does it again. Looking for instructions from his head coach, Scott King. Threads the needle. Bouye lob to Miller. Somehow recovers midair.
Reese loses it. Rose ahead. Knocked away by Jarrell. Somehow got it back to Miller. And then Rose cuts to the basket. 50-50 balls going Austin's way. Pass deflected, and it's Miller who gets the steal. Miller jams it in. There's that impact off the bench.
And just finish it off the square, making it look easy. The guy can score it like nobody else in this league.
Duke for three is good. Jump off Rupert. Roops falls away and unable to get it to go. Miller runs the floor, and Miller with two hands hammers it home.
To be able to move to allow for plays to be made for them while their teammates are in traffic with the basketball.
Fast break to Diallo, and Diallo throws it down.
Them the basketball rather than just depending on the fact that he's such a good scorer and he's probably going to make a basket.
Miller all the way to the cup.
Oh, man.
You want to talk about 0 to 100. 50 balls going Austin's way. Pass deflected, and it's Miller who gets the steal. Miller jams it in. There's that impact off the bench. On Sunday and Monday, our superhero brunch at 12 p.m. on Sunday. Miller hits the three. 5. He's now at 29. Played 14 years in the association. He flings it out to Miller, back to Rose. Rose from way outside is good.